And welcome to a snowy Chicago, Illinois here as we have a battle of fast food restaurant chains here. Today's matchup features the McDonald's Big Macs at their rivals, the Burger King Whoppers. In the first Gimmick match and the first match that I'm commentating here on YouTube. As you see the McDonald's Big Macs taking the field. And now the home team, the Burger King Whoppers, about to take the field.
Here comes your home team.
Coin toss here.
The home team wins the toss.
And Burger King will win the toss. And will elect to receive here as the kicker for McDonald's is up. And that would be Porter. And there's the return by Richards here as the BK offense will take over. Starting quarterback Theodore Cantu. Oh no! I am tripping. I thought he was tackled for a second, and that's going to be returned for a touchdown. Wow. As I ever confused here. Sean Richards with the opening kick touchdown. And very quickly it's 6-0. And the kick is up, and it is good. And the Whoppers already up 7-0. As that kick is going up, and that is going to be returned by number 82. That is Henry Whitaker, and they will get the ball for sure as they've been tackled here. Starting quarterback in real life McDonald's employee, Zipping Spider, will take over his here in shotgun formation. Zipping Spider is going to find his halfback. That would be Rodney Armstrong there with catch for 5 yards here. Sets up 2nd and 5 for the Whopper, or for the Big Macs, I should say. There's the pass. That's going to be completed. That's going to be fumbled, and that's going to be recovered by Burger King. As we look at the replay here. John Faulkner forces the fumble, and Morrison will get the recovery. And now we have the first time on offense, as I say now. Burger King being led by quarterback Theodore Cantu, as Cantu is back to throw. He's going to find, I believe that is his tight end, Woodrow Brewer. And Brewer's going to get in for the touchdown. We had a special team touchdown already, and now we got one play by the Burger King offense, and they are now up 13-0 after one strike. And it's looking grim right now for the McDonald's Big Macs. They need to get something going here. They cannot stop anybody for anything. And the point after is good for Burger King for Edward Veer. 2 for 2 on extra points. As we got Edward Veer with the kick. That is coming up, and that is going to be recovered by Whitaker again. The Big Macs get the ball for the second time. They fumbled only 2 plays into the game. As real-life employee Zipping Spider back out on offense. And they're going to hand it off to the tailback, Rodney Armstrong. He's going to get around for 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now for the Big Macs. Shotgun formation. The pass is going to be completed, and that is going to be Greg White with the catch. And I believe he had the catch on the first. I believe he had the catch on the first one where he fumbled it. as Marion Campbell made the tackle there, but not before the first down here. It is another running play by Rodney Armstrong, and he's going to get through for another Big Macs first down.
Made by number 91 on the defense.
And Dan Lee, I believe, had the tackle on that for the Whoppers here. Another first down for the Big Macs. Another run by Armstrong. Armstrong's only going to get maybe 1 or 2 yards there.
Stopped short by number 32. Second down.
52, get ready.
Another. He's going to break the tackle there for Armstrong. Armstrong's coming around.
Run by number 32. Stopped short by number third down.
And that's only 4 yards there, as Dan Lee will have the tackle there for the Whoppers. Now there's a pass, and that is complete.
With the catch on the play. Tackle made by number 6 on the defense.
That is Saul Slinker, the wide receiver, the number 3 wide receiver. And another fresh set of downs for the Big Macs. And they're going to hand it off again. He's going to miss the tackle, but breaks 1 tackle, but he will not get any more than that. So that's still no gain there for Armstrong here. Now they got a 2-back set. They're going to hand it back off to Armstrong, and Armstrong is actually strong. Armstrong in his way. It's 3rd and 1 after a 9-yard gain. Actually, under center now will be Zipping Spider. He's going to hand it back off to Armstrong, and Armstrong's not going to get anywhere.
By number 32.
Probably no gain, and here is the field goal kick by Charles Parker. That might be 38 yards in the snow, and that kick is up, and it is good. So the Big Macs do get on the board. They are trailing 14-3. That's a nice response by McDonald's, only getting the field goal there. But it could be a lot worse right now. 9 plays, 53 yards, 31-yard field goal. And there's a kick that's going to be returned.
Tackle made by number 14 on the defense.
Sean Richards, who had a kickoff return to start off the game, which I was full. Here we are now. Burger King back on offense here. And they are going to hand it off, and that's going to be Christopher Bridges with the...
Tackle made by number 9. Second down.
That's only going for 5 yards there. Under center here, as you can see, Cantu back to throw. That's going to be complete. He's going to find, that is his wide receiver, Gary Wihano. Makes it a first down for Burger King.
First down.
And that 1st and 10. About 1:35 to play here in the first quarter. Burger King already up 14-3. That pass is going to be complete, and that is caught by Mike Mariar.
Number 82, tackled by number 29.
As Jeffrey Bacher with the tackle there. Not until after the Whoppers get the first down here. First set of downs now on the 41-yard line at McDonald's. There's the pass. That's going to be a screen pass. That is going to be complete to Woodrow Brewer. However, he is stopped for a loss there, as it is 2nd and 11. Under 30 to play here in the first quarter. Burger King already up 14-3. And that's going to be intercepted. Harold Capizzi with the interception for McDonald's. And the Big Macs will be taken over after a turnover themselves. What can Zipping Spider and the offense do for McDonald's? 19 to play here in the first quarter. As Zipping Spider is out. And they're going to hand it off again. And I believe that is to Armstrong again. No gain there as we are down to the waning seconds here in the first quarter. Handing it back off to Armstrong, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Isaiah Loy. As we're at the end of the first quarter, it's 14-3 McDonald's. Now, Burger King, I should say. McDonald's actually has the ball facing a third down. That's going to be caught. That's still going to be short, I believe.
Stop short, fourth down.
And they are going to punt it here. As Don Terry is going to come out with the kick. As you can see here, Richards, the punt returner, not going to get anywhere. So McDonald's could not do anything. They go 3 and out after that turnover. And now the offense is back on the field for Burger King. Up by 11, and that was almost intercepted.
Second down.
And they're second down now. 8:07 to play here in the second quarter. And there's the throw. That's going to be, in and out of the hands of Sean Richards.
Third down.
Makes it 3rd and 10 now. 8:04 to play in the second. That pass is going to be completed, and that is going to be Gary Weehano, and Weehano's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Burger King. 20-3. The Burger King Whoppers are on top, pending the extra point. As Edward Veer will be on to put the extra point. And that kick is up, and it is good. The Burger King Whoppers leading it 21-3 with just under 8 minutes to play here until halftime. 3 plays, 62 yards on a 62-yard touchdown strike. As that is going to be returned by Whitaker. As let's see what Zipping Spider and the offense could do, down by 18 now. 1st and 10 on their own 31. And he's going to be sacked. Anthony Watkins with the sack for the Burger King defense. It sets up 2nd and 16. There's Zipping Spider. That pass is going to be complete, but maybe only 2-3 yards. And that is for Saul Slinkard, the number 3 wide receiver on the depth chart. There he is there. Snap taken. Zipping Spider to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and they will be forced to punt.
4th down.
Don Terry coming back out. I believe Richards is there once again for the punt return. He will take it, and he will not go too much farther there. It's 6:32 to play in the second quarter. And the Burger King Whoppers with the ball again, up by 18, trying to go up by more. And there's going to be a handoff, finding a big hole there, still on his feet, by Christian Bridges.
Tackle made by number 36 on the defense. First down.
First down now on the 47. And back to throw here. And that's going to be complete. And that will be... That is for Mike Marrier. And that's only for 5 yards. And they are now inside McDonald's territory again. There's another throw. That's a screen pass. That is going to be completed to Woodrow Brewer, who had a touchdown pass earlier. But it's now 3rd down and 3 on the 46. And there's a handoff to the backup to Lannon. Lannon's going to come around, and that will be a first down for the Burger King Whoppers.
29. First down.
As we have first down after a 10-yard or a 9-yard run there. 4.5 to play here in the second quarter. 21-3 Burger King. There's a pass, and that is going to be completed by Magyar. 3 catches for Mike Magyar. And they are now just barely inside not even in the red zone yet. As another throw is going to be completed to Gary Owiano, his second touchdown catch of this half. And it's now 27-3. Burger King on top. And that kick is up, and it is good. 4 minutes to play here until halftime. 23-yard pass strike from Cantu to Owiano. As there you can see here, Whitaker once again another punt return here. Zipping Spider and the offense back, trailing by 25 now, 28-3. Can we have a Patriots type game here? Comeback, who knows? But that's not going to happen here when you get stopped like that by Isaiah Loy.
Second down.
Makes it 2nd and 13 after that 3-yard loss on their own 31, and another loss, and there is an injury on the play, and it looks like that is Rodney Armstrong.
Tackle made by number 97 on the defense. Third down.
Third down now as Jonah Newton is now into the game. And that pass is going to be completed.
Number 13. That's 3 catches for him today.
And that would be Greg White, his third catch of the game. He gets another fresh set of downs for the McDonald's offense.
First down.
So we're now under 3 minutes until halftime here. 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line. And he's going to hand it off to his running back, and that is Jonah Newton.
Number 32 with the tackle. Second down.
And that is Alan Coaxley with the tackle there after that 6-yard run by Newton. Newton's going to get the ball back again, but he's not going to get anywhere.
Stopped short by number 91. That's 5 tackles for him today. Third down.
As Walter Morrison, though, with the tackle here as we head to the 2-minute warning. 5 tackles already for Morrison. Yeah, under center. He's going to get that pass off. That's going to be complete, and he's going to break a tackle. He's going to be crossing the 25, maybe 30. Kind of hard to tell with everything being tackled, but that is Saul Slinkard with the catch. And either way, it is a fresh set of downs for the Big Macs.
First down.
1st and 10. That is actually on the 22. And that pass is going to be completed by the running back, Jonah Newton, with the reception. And that's going to be another first down for McDonald's here. 2-minute drill.
First down.
Let's see. Down by 25. They do get the ball to start the second half. And there's a screen pass there, and that's going to go nowhere.
Stopped short by number 5.
Greg White with the catch. Loss of 2, and there's going to be a running play by Jonah Newton, and that's going to go nowhere as well.
97. Third down.
Under a minute to play here, 3rd and 12. There's a pass. That's going to be completed, but that's only going to be maybe for 2-3 yards for Paul Spicer.
Fourth down.
And they are going to elect to kick it here as Charles Parker will go on. And that kick is up, and it is going to barely splice through. So the Big Macs will get some points on the board before halftime. They're still down by 22, though. 10 plays, 54 yards by a 22-yard field goal for Parker there, and that kick is going to be up, and Richards is going to come with it. He had an opening kickoff already. Won't get it this time. 42 seconds to play, and in this universe, if you watched any of my games, you know 42 seconds is an eternity in this in the maximum football universe here. Cantu's going to elect to throw. No, he's going to run it. He's going to get that first down very easily there, 1st and 10. Gives himself up there. As we look at the replay.
First down.
They're now at the 40-yard line here as the clock is ticking down. He's going to throw it again, and that's going to be caught. Caught by Mike Magyar, and he's going to get into the end zone. 60-yard strike. And as I said, in this universe, that is an eternity there, and it is now 34-6. Are they going to call the dogs off? Who knows? We still have a whole half to play in this game. And that extra point is good. 23 seconds of play. The Whoppers with a 35-6 lead over the Big Macs. Only 2 plays. That's a 59-yard pass to Magyar. And Veer is going to make that kick. And it's going to be returned once again by Whitaker. Whitaker is going to come around.
Number 70 on the defense.
They're going to maybe try to get something going before halftime here. They're down by 29, and they're just going to run the ball. That's only going to be maybe 2-3 yards for Jonah Newton.
Number 32 with the tackle.
Alan Coakley with the tackle there. And the timeout will be called by McDonald's. 2nd and 9 on their own 29. There we go. Zipping Spider will throw that incomplete. And what looks like it may be the final play of the first half coming up. McDonald's does get the ball to start the second half. And there's the pass. That's going to be complete, but it's going to go nowhere as we head to halftime. It is 35-6.
2 tackles for him today. That brings us to the end of the half. The score is home team 35, away team 6.
If you're looking at that total stats, look at that. Burger King, 233 passing yards to 59 for McDonald's. Secondary squad does have an interception, 12 tackles, though. As we look at the defensive units for Burger King, 30 tackles, 9 for a loss and 1 caused fumble. As we are now back as we start the second half. As you can see, Veer will have the kick. As Whitaker once again will take it, and that will start the second half here. Zipping Spider down by 29. Can he get any jolt on this McDonald's team? And there's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Now here's the question. Does Zipping Spider keep his job at Mickey D's if they continue to bomb this game? Actually, I hope he doesn't lose his job. I like Zipping Spider under the community. Here we are, 2nd and 10 on the 20. Now shotgun formation, and Newton's still in the game for the injured Armstrong. It is 3rd and 13 on the 17 now. Zipping Spider has some time to throw. He's going to get it off, and it is incomplete, deflected, almost intercepted. And now they are going to punt it. Don Terry back out to punt. And that kick is up as you see Sean Richards coming around, but he's going to go nowhere. Let's see. 15. And that will be Cantu. Cantu back to throw. And that is caught by Richards.
Tackle made by number 4 on the defense. First down.
Another first down, fresh out of downs for Burger King here. Cantu in shotgun formation here. He's going to look to throw it again. He is going to find his receiver. That's going to be Woodrow Brewer there.
Number 83, tackled by number 46. Second down.
As that's going to be short of the first down there. You see another throw. That's going to be caught by Brewer. Again, he's going to get into the end. Oh, no, that's Magyar with the catch. He will get in there regardless. And that looks like it might be another touchdown. Who knows? Are they going to review it? If they review, yes, they are going to keep it as a touchdown. 41-6, depending on the extra point. I am not kidding you guys. As Veer will make the extra point, and it's now 42-6 with under 7 to play here in the third quarter. 3 plays, 55 yards, a 21-yard pass from Cantu to Magyar. As you can see, Veer will make the kick. That's going to be returned by Whitaker again. Whitaker is going to be tackled.
97 on the defense.
Zipping Spider still in the game, down by 36. I wonder if they're going to call any of the dogs off here. As you can see, there is a running play by Jonah Newton. They're still going to commit to the run, I'll tell you that.
On the defense. Second down.
Get in position.
Dan Lee did make the tackle there. 2nd and 5. Back to throw, and that's going to be complete. And there is an injury timeout there, and that's the second running back to go down in this game for McDonald's.
With the catch on the play. Number 6 with the tackle. Third down.
Third down now as we're down to the third string running back, Matt Dawes. As Dawes is going to be going nowhere here. Number 97 with the tackle. That would be David Nielsen, the middle linebacker here, as they will be forced to punt. Terry once again. And he's going to get that one up. That's going to be returned by Richards. Richards coming around. He will go nowhere here as they take over on the 28. Or are they on the 28? But Burger King back out on offense, on the 47, I should say. So they got really good field position to try to make this a 33 or 43-point game. As you can see, Magyar, he has 6 catches. I believe he has 3 touchdowns, though. 4 yards on that reception there. As we're approaching 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 42-6, and they're going to run it this time. He's going to fumble it, but that's going to be picked up by the offensive lineman, and he's going to run into the, oh no, he is going to get into the end zone. Even when something goes bad, it's still going that good for Burger King, that they can fumble the ball and still have an offensive lineman come around, pick it up, and bring it the rest of the way. And the extra point is good. 49-6, Burger King on top. As that's going to go to Charity, the offensive lineman here. As you can see, Veer with the kick. And Whitaker once again with the return in this snow-filled game. Bridges fumbled on that play, and Charity, the offensive lineman, picks it up and goes the distance for that last score for Burger King. As you can see, Zipping Spider, incomplete pass. Sets up second down.
Second down.
Stay strong.
Back to throw. Zipping Spider will complete it.
Catch was made by number 15. That's 2 catches for him today.
2 catches, and I believe that might have been one of the guys not listed on the depth chart that I gotten.
First down.
As we are under 4 to play here in the third quarter here. It's 49-6 Burger King over McDonald's. And that is incomplete.
Pass deflection on the play. Second down.
Get in position.
There he goes back. And that is going to be intercepted. I believe that's Marion Campbell, and he's going to return it to the house. Things are going bad to worse for McDonald's. Oh, man. As you can see, Veer will attempt the extra point again. And that is good. 3:39 to play in the third quarter. It is Burger King 56, McDonald's 6. Yeah, Campbell with the 36-yard interception return. Whitaker, I believe, will have the return again coming around. And
By number 17.
Zipping Spider and company coming back out on the field, trailing by 50. And he is still out there, too, in this game.
Push him back.
And there's a catch right there.
Number 13 with the catch on the play.
And that is Greg White with the catch.
61. Second down.
As Patrick Ryan will make the tackle there. Gain of 6 on that catch. There it is. Zipping Spider coming around. And that is also going to be caught by Greg White. And that will be a first down.
6 catches for him today.
6 catches for Greg White.
Tackle made by number 5 on the defense.
As Isaiah Loy will have that tackle there.
First down.
Green for 6.
2.5 to play here in the third quarter here. And that's going to be a run. And that's going to be, I think, 8-9 yards for Matt Dawes.
61.
No, they're going to give him the first down. I believe Patrick Ryan had the tackle there, but not before Dawes got the first down.
First down.
12, red, set.
And there's the throw. That's going to be in and out of the hands. I believe that was Greg White, the intended receiver.
Second down.
Should have had that catch. But that's just the kind of day that has been going for the Big Macs so far. And there's a catch right there, and I believe that is the running back.
With the catch on the play.
Matt Dawes. No, that's not the running back. That is wide receiver Paul Spicer with the catch and run. Sets up another set of downs for the McDonald's offense, down by 50.
First down.
12, red, set.
Under a minute and a half to play here in the third quarter.
Push him, push him.
Zipping Spider with the catch. Pass, that's going to be caught.
Made by number 13. That's
Greg White, and I believe they may be in the ball-scaped red zone.
6 with the tackle.
The best a man can scrape. And they are indeed. First and goal. A minute to play in the third quarter, down by 50. Zipping Spider under center. He's going to hand it off, and that is going to be Dawes, maybe a yard or two.
That will bring us to second down. Second down.
Get in position.
Only 2 yards there on that first down run. Second to goal on the 8. They're going to hand it off again, and that's going to be a loss.
Number 91 with the tackle.
As Walter Morrison with the tackle for a loss. 3-yard loss there. 7 to play, 6 to play. In the third, I should say, and there's going to be a handoff again, maybe for 1 or 2 yards, and that will be the end of the third quarter. 56-6. For any McDonald's employees or fans of McDonald's, read it and weep. As Parker will make the kick. 2 seconds into the fourth quarter, it's now 56-9. He cuts only a 50-point lead to only a 47-point deficit. Nine plays, 60 yards, a 20-yard field goal for Parker here, as Parker's going to make the kick. They're going to get the kickoff, and that is going to be Robert Richards, I should say.
14.
Jesse Bever that had a tackle there on that special teams play. Starter's still in the game, as you see Cantu. And that's going to be incomplete.
Second down.
Ready, set.
Yeah, 56-9. And that is going to be caught. That is caught by the halfback, Christopher Bridges. Had a fumble on the last time they were on offense, and then the offensive lineman did come around and recovered it and moved it forward for the touchdown.
First down.
Let's go. Get one.
47-point lead for Burger King. Do they just run it? They don't. Still going to go for the pass, and that is incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 on the 40.
Second down.
366.
Shotgun formation. 2nd and 10. They're going to pass it again. That's going to be incomplete again. I don't understand the logic here. You're up by 47. You should run the ball. Chew some clock down. Don't risk injury. But that's going to help run the clock down anyway, even with the completed pass. Bridges will get the first down. And I believe they are now into McDonald's territory again.
First down.
Here we go.
Right there, and they're going to pass again. That is going to be a pass, and that is going to be incomplete. Deflected pass. That was intended for Gary Wihano.
Second down.
Blue 42.
There's a pass. Again, that's going to be caught by Magyar.
Number 82.
Magyar with the catch,
39. Third down.
Green 13.
as they have 5 yards on that catch. And that's going to be completed to Woodrow Brewer with the catch. 5 catches for Brewer there. That's another fresh set of downs for the Burger King Whoppers.
39.
Already up by 47.
First down.
As we are now 6:39 to play in this game. It is a foregone conclusion. As you can see, they're now going to run this one for Christopher Bridges.
Number 28. Tackled by number. Second down.
So we now have 2nd and 7 after that 3-yard run here. Now under 6 to play. Another halfback toss.
3 yards gained on the run.
Only a 3-yard gain there.
Number 39. with the tackle. Third down.
As you see, Luther Baxler, I believe, with the catch. They have some, and there it is, almost a sack there, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be another touchdown. Christian Bridges. And they have now put up over a 60 burger on this McDonald's team. $62-9. You can debate which is better, the Big Mac or the Whopper, as far as the food goes, but there is no debating here out on the gridiron. Burger King reigns supreme over McDonald's, as it is now 63-9 after the extra point. 27-yard pass to Bridges on 11 plays, 71 yards. As it gets a kickoff, and there's Whitaker again coming around, and just over 5 minutes to play here. How is this going to go for coaching staff for McDonald's? Zipping Spider. Coming around, Zipping Spider. That is going to be incomplete, deflected. And now I believe some of the names on defense for Burger King that I do not have on my immediate depth chart. There's no way I anticipated it being a 52-point game. As you can see, or a 54-point game, I should say. As you can see, Matt Dawes. Third string running back, by the way. And there it is, another shotgun formation on 3rd and 8, and that is an open pass. That's going to be caught by Greg White, and McDonald's finally reaches the end zone for the first time in this game. Definitely a too little, too late situation. And they are going to go for 2. And there, that is not going to happen. I knew that wasn't going to happen there. 2-point attempt failed. 4:14 to play in this game. 64-yard pass from Zipping Spider to Greg White. As Charles Parker with it, and that is going to actually be the second string. And a second string kick returner is going to return this one for a touchdown. Paul Gillespie is going to go all the way, and it's another touchdown. Second kickoff return touchdown for Burger King. Wow. They add to worse for McDonald's. I'm running out of adjectives here to describe this game. The extra point is good. Gillespie, 87-yard field goal. Do you give Veer any consideration for player of the game going 10 for 10 on extra points? As Whitaker is coming around. 55-point game. 70-15. And there's Zipping Spider coming around, and that is incomplete. 3:55 to play here. 2nd and 10. We're going to go over stats before we end the YouTube portion of this. The YouTube portion of this video. You can see here, 38. That is Matt Dawes, and he is stopped for a loss. It's 3rd and 11 here. 3:16 to play here. Zipping Spider. That pass is incomplete. Do they go for it? Or are they just going to wave the white flag?
4th down.
And they will wave the white flag as they're going to send Terry out. Terry with the kick. He gets it off. Richards will still continue to run punts.
Tackle made by number 38 on the defense.
Richards set the tone in the game by returning a opening kickoff. One, I thought he was down for a second, and I got fooled. As they still have Cantu into the game. And there's a catch, and that is going to be a first down. Magyar.
Tackle made by number 44 on the defense.
First down. And this is the first game that I actually have commentated here on the YouTube channel. And that is incomplete.
Second down.
Second down. Second and 10. That is going to be intercepted, and I believe that is going to be Harold Capizzi, his second interception of this game. Bright spot for McDonald's is Harold Capizzi in this game. 2 interceptions. This one, though, being down by 55. The first one, the game was still kind of in reach, though, I thought.
Catch made by number 38.
As you can see on offense.
Timeout called by the offense.
And a timeout called by the offense here. Dawes with the catch. Second and 8. And that's going to be caught. And I believe that might be Saul Slinkard. And he is now injured. That is the third player on the McDonald's offense to get injured in this game.
Third down.
Makes it 3rd and 3, and that is going to go nowhere for Matt Dawes.
Made by number 67 on the defense.
Anthony Watkins with the tackle there to make that 3rd down stop.
Fourth down.
And they're going to go for it on 4th down, down by 55. And that's going to go nowhere.
Stopped short by number 99.
Foxy Dinky with the tackle. Yeah, it says named after a viewer from another channel that I follow, Foxy Dinkelberg. As they are now on offense here, as we're at the 2-minute warning for Burger King as they are on offense.
By number 62. That's second down.
There we go, and there's a run right there, and that's going to be another first down. Almost thought Bridges was going to break that one.
Tackle made by number 9 on the defense. Timeout called by the defense.
Final timeout called by McDonald's there. Under 2 minutes to play. As that's going to be another run for Christopher Bridges.
Tackle made by number 29.
Short of the first down, makes it 9 to play here. So we are under a minute and a half to play. They're just probably going to run this game down. Bridges coming around, and he will be stopped just short of the
Number 28.
goal line, but it's going to be first down. They now have a chance to just run this clock down, take as much time as they want.
First down.
As we're at 1st and goal on the 2-yard line here, 10 down on the play clock. They're going to hand it off. Hand it off to Brendan Lannon, and he's going to be just short.
Number 3, tackled by number 14. Second down.
Here we go.
No gain. 2nd and goal. That's going to be in there, a touchdown for Christopher Bridges. Not surprised that they would go for any touchdowns this late in the game. If anybody knows the AI of the CPU versus CPU, and they're going to go for 2. Wow. Up by 61, they're going to go for 2.
Number 28, tackled by number 30.
And that 2-point conversion is no good. But if anybody knows the AI in this game, they know that there's no such thing as a quarterback kneel. You see Whitaker coming around. Whitaker.
Number 29. With the
31 the play in this game. As I said, we got stats we're going to look at the end of this game. And the first commentated game of this Maximum Football content that I'm doing.
That's 9 catches for him.
Greg White with the catch. Right spot on offense for McDonald's.
Second down.
Zipping Spider, there's the throw, and that's going to be caught.
Catch was made by number 18. That's 1 catch.
That is Greg Crawford with the catch.
Number 32 with the tackle.
First down. And Alan Coakley with the tackle there.
First down.
12 to play. It's academic here. Plenty of time. There's going to be a throw, and that is actually going to be caught. Touchdown for Greg Crawford. So we know the margin's going to be less than 60 points. Now will the model margin be a 55-point game or a 53-point game? Incomplete.
QB number 28.
So Zipping Spider, 42-yard pass to Crawford on 3 plays, and there's the the onside kick. They fair catch it on the onside kick. That was Gillespie that fair caught it on the onside kick. And they are going to run this play. There he goes again for Bridges, and that will do it here. The final score, Burger King Whoppers 76, the McDonald's Big Macs 21. Let's look at some of the total stats here. Let me see. Burger King, 441 yards to 273. Let me see. 21 first downs to 14 in favor of Burger King. 85 rushing yards to 13 for Burger King. Passing yards, 357 to 260 for Burger King. Both teams had 2 turnovers each. Nobody had possession. Goes to McDonald's at 21-44 compared to 14-16 for Burger King, but they scored very quickly in this game. 4th down conversions attempted, 1, but they went 0 for 1. Pass completions for McDonald's, 28-29 for Burger King. Let me see, looking at passing touchdown, 62 in favor of Burger King. Interceptions thrown 2 to 1. That actually goes in favor of McDonald's. Yards after catch, that's in favor of Burger King, 179 to 110. Did a run? Let me see. Rush attempts 28 to 13 in favor of McDonald's. Burger King going to broken tackles 17 to 9. Rushing touchdowns 1-0 over for Burger King. Tackles 60 tackles to 33 for Burger King. The only sack of the game goes to Burger King. Pass deflections 4 for Burger King, 0 for McDonald's. As we look all the way over here, you can tell this is all one-sided. Burger King never punted at all. The only 2 times I think they never scored was when they turned the ball over. Look at that. Punt return yards only 10. 124 kick return yards. Look at the individual player stats here. Let me see. For Burger King, Theodore Cantu, 20-29 for 371 yards. 6 passing touchdowns to 2 offensive interceptions, 121.6. Let me see. 121.6 passer rating. Wide receivers, let's see here. Or rushing, I should say here. Let me see. Landon, 2 carries for 8 yards. Christopher Bridges, 11 attempts for 60 yards. And Theodore Cantu had 17 rushing yards. I believe that was that rushing yardage on... you can see here, Leslie Charity didn't get credit for any of the rushing yards, but he did get a rushing touchdown and a broken tackle. Ah, dang it. Let's look at receiving now. Woodrow Brewer, 5 catches for 58 yards, 1 touchdown. Let me see. Gary, is it Quijano? I don't know. He had 3 catches for 94 yards. Mike Magyar, 8 catches, 135 yards, 2 touchdown catches. Sean Richards only had 1 catch for 22 yards, but he made his mark very early on in this game. And Christopher Bridges, 3 catches for 47. Defense. There's only one player on defense I kind of want to see. See, Dan Lee had 4 tackles. Coakley had 5. Let me see. Marion Campbell had an interception and a pick 6. Let me see here. I want to see. Yeah, Foxy Dinkle only had 1 tackle for 1 loss. So Dinkelberg only had 1 tackle. Hey, let's go look at how things are going now. Look at that, Pablo Gillespie. 2 kick returns, 87 yards. He did have a kick return touchdown, though. Let me see. Richards, 4 for 37, but they had some touchdowns here. Let's go look at it now, because I get confused at how this still works. Zipping Spider, 24-36, 260 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Had a 94.7 passer rating. He did take a sack, though. Rushing. Matt Dawes only had 1 rushing yard, 1 yard on 9 attempts. Rodney Armstrong, 14 yards on 11 attempts before he got hurt. Jonah Newton, only 9 yards on 6 attempts. And Zipping Spider, negative 12 yards on only 2 rushing attempts. One of them included getting sacked. Receiving, Paul Spicer, 3 catches for 21 yards. Saul Slinkard, 3 catches for 21 yards. Greg Crawford had 2 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown catch. Greg White, 9 catches for 110 yards. Sam Stone, that is probably the fullback. That was who I was thinking, number 15. He was not on my depth chart because I don't think I got anything for the fullback. 2 receptions for 22 yards. Defense. Let's see. We had a forced fumble. However, unfortunately for McDonald's, Burger King was able to pick that ball up, and the offensive lineman, as I said, ran it into the end zone. Luther Bixler, 7 tackles. Let's see. Christopher Merchant, 2 tackles. Efren Fontaine, only 4 tackles in this game. Harold Capizzi, bright spot for the defense. 2 interceptions and 1 tackle. So we get it right there. And kicking, Charles Parker 3 for 3 on field goals. And punts, Don Terry 5 catches for 40 yards. Special teams, only 12 kick returns for 17 yards. And that's it. For those of you guys who are on YouTube, thank you for watching. If you still watch to this point, thank you very much. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to this channel. And don't forget to hit that bell icon, as I will have more Maximum Football content coming out, as well as College Football 25 Dynasty for Boston College. Until then, you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out, Pisons.